well, I could probably pay like $400 an hour to lay on a couch in some psychiatrist's office, but instead I'm just going to tell you, okay? I have this pretty irrational fear that people are really busy. And so they're just super annoyed with me anytime I try and interact with them. Like they're just really busy and they just want me to go away and they don't want to talk to me. Now, probably some people are really annoyed with me, but I have projected this onto my relationship with God. And so oftentimes I kind of like, hey, God, like if you're not too busy, like, do you have a minute to talk about some stuff? And there's this part of the Easter story that's actually helped me with this so much. So the scene is that Jesus has been arrested, he's been beaten, he's been falsely charged, he's been nailed to a cross, and he's dying in this moment. And I want you to watch what happens. Luke tells us in his gospel, two other men who were both criminals were also led out with him to be executed. When they came to the place called the Skull, they crucified him there, along with the criminals, one on his right, the other on his left. And Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. This is crazy to me. They're killing Jesus. In this moment, he's actively suffering and actively dying. And he stops and he says, Father, forgive these people. What people? The people that are killing me. God, would you forgive them? This is unbelievable to me that Jesus would have time for that. In the middle of this mess, that he has time. He's not annoyed even by the very people who are killing him. And then we see even more of it further in the story. One of the criminals who's being crucified next to him starts making fun of him. And the other one speaks. Watch this. He speaks to him and he says, Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And how does Jesus respond? He says, truly, I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise. Again, this is nuts to me. Jesus is taking his last breath. He's gasping for air. He is struggling and suffering. And this joker next to him, now he wants Jesus? Really? That's pretty convenient, right? This guy's made a mess of his life. He's been a criminal over and over and over again, so many times that they're killing him. And now he wants to repent. Now he wants to confess his sins. Now he wants to say, oh, Jesus, look at me. Don't forget about me. Are you kidding me? And what does Jesus do? In this moment, he stops. He looks him in the eyes. He says, today you'll be with me in paradise. I mean, Jesus could have blown the doors off this thing. He could have laughed at him. He could have ignored him. But instead, he looks the man in the eye and he says, I see you. I know you. I will never forget you. That's unbelievable to me. And maybe it just shows us, you and me, that wherever we are in life, Jesus isn't too busy. It's not too late to come to him. He's not preoccupied with other people's stuff. You haven't done so many bad things that Jesus goes, oh, that's enough. I don't even have time for you. No, he's listening. He's ready. He's waiting. So I don't know what's going on in your life, but let this little glimpse of the Easter story play out. If you need something, go to him. He's not too busy. He's thinking about you. He knows you. He sees you. He'll never forget you. Jesus, thank you that you're not too busy with me. You're not annoyed when I come to you. You welcome me. You have time for me. You see me. That's awesome. See you next week.